Hello, off up the A5 this week, destination Kirby Road, home of Barwell FC for their FA Trophy third qualifying round match versus Stratford Town. I would imagine that both teams know each other very well as they both compete in the Southern League Premier Division Central. The Canaries of Barwell are currently perched down in 17th place, whereas the visitors Stratford Town, the Bards, are 6th, so you'll perhaps make the away side favourites today. Well, perhaps, but they have lost on their last 3 visits to Barwell, so who knows? Carry on watching to find out what happens. So I've just pulled up and the very first thing that I need to do is hide what's on my back seat. Now the scarf is hidden onto Kirby Road Sports Ground, and this site also hosts bowls and cricket. As you can see, I'm inside the ground now. It's quite a nice place actually. I'm also joined today by best mate Thunder. Say hi, Thuns.
G'day.
Dave, I've read, and it's true that I do research, that you've been involved in Barwell as a player, a director and chairman. But what I want to know is, can you tell me what a week in the life of a Step 3 chairman is like?
Well, a Step 3 chairman, he's got to look after a multitude of things really. You're looking at making sure the club is financially secure. You're making sure that the management has got his players that he's looking for within the budgets. And it is really a micro business that you're running today in terms of making sure that everything sort of falls into place prior to a match day and also on match days. I think that's very important. And we are a small club in playing at Step 3, so it's essential to us that all the little bits outside of the match day playing staff are correct. And if we get those bits right, a lot of players that have come through here and gone on to Conference North, Ectic, have all said we've had one of the best times we enjoy was playing at Barwell Football Club. So that gives us a bit of a that's kind of like a wonderful tribute. But by what you're describing, it sounds like 75% is a bit of a nightmare, and the treasure comes on match day. Yeah, I think most football clubs would say the same. But fortunately for ourselves, it's not a burden to us. Certain grounds that you go to, Darren, that they are reliant on games on being played there a majority of the time and relying on big crowds. We own everything on this site, so we're quite fortunate. As probably you've seen when you walked in, we've got a cricket pitch, we've got an indoor bowling centre.
I've alluded to that actually already in the intro.
We've got our own sports bar, we've got a restaurant. So. And this, ironically, was set up in 1919, just after the First World War. Right. After the First World War.
Couple of years before you were born.
Yeah, just a couple. Thankfully, But it's just celebrated over 100 years now, which is fantastic. And sport of all gender and all types have been played on this area since.
So, wonderful, mate. Wonderful, great to hear. Listen, do you support a professional team?
Well, for my sins, yes, and I support Leeds United. And looking at the game last night,
the goalkeeper tried to hang. So what I want to ask you, when it's not going so well out on the pitch for Barwell, are you starting to drift and have a look at Leeds' latest scores?
Well, I'm always looking at Leeds' latest scores because it's sometimes not always going well.
What sort of commitment is that? What commitment is that, Dave?
You're lucky Scott's not here completely start naked, because that's what he normally does on film.
Who's Scott? He's usually in a noddy, is he?
Yes, mate, yeah.
With this being both teams' first match in this season's competition, there is no form guide to look at. So here's how the team got on in the trophy last season. First up, hosts Barwell. And now visitors Stratford Town. Stratford Town get us underway then. Score prediction time. I'm going with 1-1. Thunder, what do you reckon? 2-2. And today's professional predictions from Peter Kitchen, and this is what he reckons. Good header, good header. Lovely finish. Deadlock broken. Barwell take the lead. Stratford building an attack here. Worth a shot. Oh! Screaming for a penalty. There we go, half time then. I have to be honest with you, it's not been a great watch, but a brilliant header separates the two teams. So half time, Barwell 1, Stratford Town 0.
I ain't got any here, so we don't need to worry about that.
Barwell get the second half underway. I'd imagine their manager was quite pleased with their first half showing. More of the same, boys. Gav Horan, the Stratford Town manager, will be a bit disappointed with his team. And to get more players forward, I reckon, create a few more chances. Still another 45 to go though. Another shot. Not a bad effort. Lovely tackle. Oh! Gilt-edged chance to equalise, not taken. So we're approaching the 90-minute mark now, but this half has had so many stoppages. I'm interested to see how much more added time there's going to be. Come on, man. There will be a minimum of 11 minutes. 11 minutes. That's a good ball. Great goalkeeping. And the referee brings the end. Quite frankly, a disappointing game. But Barwell thoroughly deserved getting through to the next round of the trophy. Stratford Town will be concentrating on the league for the rest of the season. Final score, 1-0 to Barwell. Gav, thanks for giving me a bit of your time. What are your thoughts on today's disappointing afternoon for your team?
I think you just said it, very disappointing, to be honest. I don't think the game actually got going.
No.
From minute one, it was a really poor match.
Yeah.
To watch, to be a part of, but we've got to find it within to try and change that.
Yeah.
Really disappointing.
Didn't you put your finger on it why? Because it was quite a hard watch for the fans.
Yeah, but I don't think you can. I've got to watch the game back and have a look.
Yeah.
I just feel for the standards and what we've been playing like was nowhere near what I demand or what we demand of each other, and that's the big disappointment. I can always accept losing games of football, but it's the manner we do. And today, that wasn't a team that has been putting a Stratford Town shirt on and playing the way they have been. But look, we've got to dust ourselves off. The lads are hurting in there, and we've got to keep going. Really disappointed at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, the stop-start nature of the second half certainly wouldn't have done your team any favours. You know, you had a couple of chances sort of like near the end and that, but I'd say the best team won. So it's all about the league now.
Yeah, it's all about the league, and like you say, when it is the way it is, we've got to find a way of overcoming it and making sure we come out on top. And today they played to Barwell, they took their chance with their header, great header, and then and really it was just an ugly game after that, wasn't it, to be honest?
Just one of them days, mate. Anyway, I know you've got a train to catch, so thanks for your time.
Much. Right, take
Good
care.
luck, buddy.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Okay, Jim, I've got to be honest with you, it wasn't a pretty watch, but you did deserve to win today. Thoughts on the game, mate?
Me and Gav are good friends, so it's, you know, and me and Jed and most of the lads being in my sixes. I know most players and most people in non-league. Yeah, it's a shame. What a terrible game of football. But if you look at the phone straight after, you see some good sides knocked out in the trophy. It's about getting through, and you know it's an old cliche, but the be all and end all is we're in the app Monday, and we'll take that off the back of a poor performance, but a good win.
Can you imagine, though, mate? In a few months' time, you could be sitting in a Wembley changing room, thinking back to that dodgy day when you played Stratford in a horrible game. But that was the game that got it all started.
Yeah, and that's what I said to the lads. It's not really about today. It's about the next round, the next round, the next round. A little bit of luck. We've had a little bit of luck today, and on the back, I think we scored a good goal.
Excellent goal.
Worked it down the right into. I tell the lads week in, week out, across the ball. Leroy's good with his head.
Yeah.
He's dug it out with a good header. It's you can see he's got a good head for goal, hasn't he? But he's won the game for us, 1-0.
So before the game, what did you say to your team? Where did you focus that the main threats from Stratford may be?
I went to watch him last week because we're lucky. Me and Andy both went over. And again, I'm not being harsh to Stratford, but I thought they were very lucky to win the game last week at Howes Owen.
Yeah.
I thought Howes Owen were the better side, but
Injury time winner, wasn't it?
Injury time winner from a full-back who come on as last-minute sub. But we highlighted that the left-back was very small, and we put everything down his throat, and we tried to head it across to the strikers, and we didn't do it either way. We set it up to do it, but once we did it, it created the cross for the goal, and I think they're just about as good as Barwell. And if I say the words, and so I'm the manager of Barwell, we're both quite poor.
Yeah. Okay. So finally, obviously your last game was a good league match against Telford. You won 2-0. And you followed that up with a 1-0 win against Stratford. So confidence going forward now for the rest of the season?
I mean, that's the 5th clean sheet. So the young keeper that we've had from Inkley Leicester Road is getting better and better by the week. The back four is starting to learn who he is.
Yeah.
The back four are keeping the clean sheets. And again, I know it's not pretty to watch, but we have got a good back four.
Yeah.
And you know, you win games by keeping clean sheets, don't you?
Okay, yeah. And I'm guessing that you're going to want a home draw for the next round.
I'll say what Mitch said last week. Yeah, I mean, I've just said a bit of fun. I always do a bit of fun right at the end, and I just said the draw's just been made, and we've got Sheffield Wednesday away in front of 46,000. So it makes the result all the better.
In your dreams, mate, in your dreams. Anyway, thank you for your time, Jim. Pleasure to have met you, mate.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for coming out. They looked after you.
Okay, well and truly, mate. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
So that was my afternoon out at Barwell, and I might have mentioned once or twice that the game wasn't good, but the hospitality that I've had in there today has been brilliant. Such a nice club. Everyone has made me and Thunder feel so welcome, so thank you for that. It was nice to see some familiar faces from Stratford Town again, and I hope to revisit there maybe sometime before Christmas. That'll be up to you, Jed, to invite me. Anyway, I'm going to shoot off now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah. Not sure where I'm going to be next week, if I'm going to be anywhere at all. Until then, ta-da!